Okay, I got everything all cleaned up now. So I swapped out the bearings here, so these are at 5/10 where I want them to be at, not the 6/10. So this set here will be the same size we need. This other set here at 6/10, so that would have been 2/10 bigger diameter, so I don't want to do. So I got the right ones for me. Alright, so this here, I just went in and put the crank pin here lightly for mock-up, so we can I'll show you what clearance would look like. You can see how nice and smooth the finish is. It's real nice and nice. That's what you want, plus it measures good. So it's made like it's supposed to be. Alright, so I'm going to put a little sim lube right on there, which we already did. These are 73, 4, 5 cages, whatever the hell year came out on these damn things. Can't remember right now. We'll use those. Okay, so we're just going to stuff some rollers in here. Just grab some of these right now. So these one you just stuff them in from the outside edge. You have to stuff them on the inside like you do on those late stupid steel ones. These are garbage. The assembly lead actually holds the roller in here, so as long as you don't do anything stupid, they'll hold in there. And before you assemble them, you always put more oil on here anyway. So you can see how quickly these can go together. And they stay put. 3 more. 2 and 3. The rollers, want to make sure they're nice and clean, nothing on them, no acid etches, no rust pits, no nothing. They want to be nice, clean rollers. No imperfections. If you have imperfections, they will fail. That means the rod set goes bye-bye real quickly. Open up further than that. Ooh, come on. Bearings don't want to come out. That's good enough for now. That's close to how many I need, I think. Yeah, that looks like quite a few. Probably grab too many. We'll see. Hey, quit dropping them. Make sure you clean them off good before you put them in. You don't do this until after I start assembling the crank, but this is just for show. Kind of. I'll try to keep the rollers in here so I have to repoke them. Shouldn't have too much of a problem doing that. I did blow the crank pin out, make sure it's good and clean and nothing was in the hole. That would be a bad thing. I definitely got too many rollers in my hand. Way too many. That side's done. Yeah, probably about 5 too many. We'll see. Sucking them up quickly, but I got a lot in here. Yep, there we go. Sheesh, more than that. 7 too many. Told you I had too damn many of them. A little carried away on putting them away. Now the best thing to put on your rollers so they don't rust in the bag is ATF works really well. Or some other real light oil like that. Marble Mystery Oil, Air Tool Oil, they work good too. Motor oil is too damn thick. So these are brand new. There's nothing in the package to keep them from rusting. So I'll put a little bit of something in there before I put them away. It was a sealed bag, so if those bags sit for too many years, they get rusty on the inside. The humidity in the air will do it. foot with this on here just to help them stay in there better. One's trying to get away already. Always put a little lube on your rods. Don't put them in there dry. Make sure you get the sides too here. Only the race matters, not the outside of the rod. Make sure you see an oil film around all the surfaces. You know it's lubricated. Now these Taiwan Teddy rods actually were fairly good. They're fairly strong rods. They're as good as the Harley rods. So definitely a lot better quality than they used to be. Those old Dixie rods that cheap out something on eBay a few years ago, those things are dead soft and horrible. I don't like them at all. Doesn't matter made in Japan, Taiwan, I've seen both labels. Way soft. These had good springiness to them, not too bad. Not like an S&S rod, but they're definitely nice. Normally when I see replacement on a rod, I don't like them. This one's pretty good. So that's the right side flywheel, so make sure you put the rod correctly. Right side means this is the rear, that's the front. If the rollers are all the way in, it goes right down. See how it didn't go all the way in? There's one roller sticking out. Don't get a hammer and start beating on it, dumbasses. All you do is put your finger in there. If you got a skinny finger or a screwdriver, just push all the rollers in. See how that one just fell out? That was obviously the one that was being a problem. So if you want to pull it out, just hold the cage down with a screwdriver, lift straight up. See that one sticking out also? I should have went around just put them all in with my finger, make sure they're all the way in. I did not do that. So rewards me by having to come back and do it again. So just go around like that, make sure they're all the way in. And this time it should drop straight down. Boom. It's supposed to. See how this has more clearance than the other crank did? Still not too tight. The S&S was really loose here before. See, this is not too bad. But this has like twice the clearance sounding than the other crank did. So it's not twice the clearance. It's only got a 1/10.5 more at most. But when you're that tight, a little bit makes a big difference how it sounds. Alright, so I'm good. Nice there. Rotates nice and freely. No tightness like this, no tightness like this. If you got tightness like this, you got the rods are out around, you got a problem. So, alright, so this one's ready to be assembled up. We'll do that tomorrow. So for tonight we are done. So this one here went a lot quicker because I already did the other one. But anyway, so this is pretty nice. And there you go. And this crank over here I tried to show it. This is the S&S crank over here. And see, this one sounds a little tighter than that one, see? But it's got more oil in this one, so I think most of that's just there. But this is a 1/10 tighter, 1/10.5 tighter. That does make a difference. See, this side's still loose, but this one, you can hear it's a little tighter. Alright, normal street motor, hot rod motor. Yeah. I custom build everything to customer spec, or to my spec for the customer. So if you're going to drive it hard, we loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, actually that's backwards because that's the hot rod motor. That's the street motor. Let me go back and open them up at the 10th now. See, I screwed up again tonight. Alright, we're going to loosen it up one more 1/10 on that one. I'll make him up there a 1/10. And he's fine still on that one. One thing about these old motors, they don't have real good lubrication, so a little extra clearance does not hurt them. Actually, it helps them slightly. But that was a screw up. That was one I should have made tighter. Or looser, I mean. Alright, we'll give that a quick hone right now and we'll come back. We'll do the assembly tomorrow. Alright, that's it.